In this lesson, we will learn a technique for determining the number of solutions to a system of two equations with two unknowns. Up until now, we have examined systems like this. When we solve this system, we see that it has exactly one solution. The solution here is x equals -1 and y equals 4. Now, most of the systems you will encounter will have just one solution. However, it is important to know that a system of two equations with two variables can have 0 solutions, 1 solution, or infinitely many solutions. We have already seen systems of equations that have exactly one solution, so let's examine systems with 0 solutions and infinitely many solutions. To determine the number of solutions this system has, we'll begin solving it using the elimination method we learned in an earlier lesson. So we'll take the top equation here and multiply both sides by 2, and the bottom equation we'll leave as is. At this point, we should recognize that the two equations here are identical. So we really have just one unique equation here, and we have already seen that one equation with two variables will have an infinite number of solutions. Another way to see why this system has an infinite number of solutions is to subtract the bottom equation from the top equation. To begin, we'll subtract 6x minus 6x. Now normally we would just say that the x's cancel out here. However, we can also say that 6x minus 6x is equal to 0x. Similarly, 4y minus 4y equals 0y, and 18 minus 18 equals 0. Now, as you might imagine, the equation 0x plus 0y equals 0 will have infinitely many solutions. So we can say that the original system here must have infinitely many solutions. Okay, let's try another example. Once again, we will begin solving this using the elimination method. So first, we'll take the top equation and multiply both sides by 2. We'll leave the bottom equation as is. Notice that these two equations are almost identical, except one equation is set equal to 18 and the other equation is set equal to 11. The important observation here is that these two equations contradict each other. On one hand, 6x plus 4y equals 18, and on the other hand, 6x plus 4y equals 11. So it would be impossible to find a set of values for x and y that simultaneously satisfy both equations. Another way to see why this system has no solutions is to subtract the bottom equation from the top equation. When we do this, we get 0x plus 0y equals 7. Since 0 times any number is always 0, there can be no solutions to this system. Okay, let's summarize. To determine how many solutions a system of two equations and two variables has, begin by trying to solve the system using the elimination method. If you find a single solution, then the system has one solution. If you end up with two identical equations, then the system has infinitely many solutions. And finally, if you end up with an equation where 0x plus 0y equals some value other than 0, then the system has 0 solutions. And that concludes this lesson.